This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Fight me, nerd.
Let's not fight. Let's watch a movie. Hello and welcome once again to Ultimate Spider Cast. It's the end of the month. You know what that means.
Movie review time! Although, sorry, there is not a live commentary. This is a review only.
I know, but it'll be alright. Tonight, playing your Siskel and Ebert will be myself, Phil, and joining me as always is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire.
So, we've been doing Lizard Month, so I wonder what our movie could be. And like we haven't been going in order, but... 2012's Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Released for Spider-Man's 50th anniversary. It was released the day before 4th of July.
Ooh. I was trying to remember when this came out. I thought I remembered it in the summer.
Yep. So I didn't actually watch this in theaters. I actually watched it for the first time for this podcast. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Andrew Garfield fan. So I was just like, eh.
Did his Peter Parker seem like it was on the spectrum?
Every character now feels like it's on the spectrum in the MCU. No offense. It's like for adults. Everybody's got an issue.
How dare you? No, I just mean his Peter was just like,
Well, they wanted to really play up that alienated social outcast because a lot of kids do feel like that with social media and stuff. I really do feel like they really tried to play up like the teenage role a lot more. And it was more believable than Tobey Maguire.
But it just I know, versions of Spider-Man have like motor mouth, but he just seemed like, I don't know, like he was
very introverted.
I don't know, he was just like, it seemed like he'd be talking to himself more than the people around him sometimes.
Yeah, but they did bring back that smack talking Spider-Man from back in the day. I really do feel like they paid more attention to that comic, but like old school Spider-Man, like beginning Spider-Man comic books. That was their inspiration for this interpretation.
He wasn't as whiny as Tobey Maguire.
At least we didn't get an emo dance scene.
At least he looked closer to teenage age than Tobey Maguire.
Yes. So, this was actually, this script began as like Spider-Man 4. They were actually renegotiating the contracts with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. And then they put the kibosh on us that we really want to do a reboot. We don't feel like paying all these people. At the end of the day, that's what it came down to, money. So they're just like, yeah, we'll just scrap it and do the reboot.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was something that I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I really am interested in what Sam Raimi could have done for Spider-Man 4 as a redemption because he really hates Spider-Man 3. So that's just like, I think that's another reason why I probably never went to see it. I was kind of like bummed out.
Yeah.
It's kind of been development hell for a while. So.
I figured, yeah, something had to have happened because, I mean, the last Spider-Man 3 was 2007. This was 2012, 5 years.
Yeah. Well, they canceled Spider-Man 4 officially in 2010. So then they had to re-scrap and work everything and find the perfect cast and a new director. And Mark Webb, of course, is who they got. The screenplay...
Director's name is Mark Webb.
Yeah, 2 B's though, 2 B's.
I know.
The screenplay was written by James Vanderbilt, Alvin Sargent, and Steve Kloves, and I was just like, okay.
And I know they tweaked the origin, like with Peter's parents and everything, but it's like they had to do an origin again. And it was like, I mean, because I think...
This could be somebody's first Spider-Man movie, Philip.
I know, but again, it was almost an hour before he got in the suit.
Like I said, they really wanted to play up that whole introverted, loner kind of thing that, was definitely back in 2012 what kids were kind of going through with the whole social media thing blowing up and all the social media bullying. I really thought that they were trying to capture like that teenage angsty thing that was going on for Spider-Man. So.
And like, with like the whole thing with his father and everything, I think they were going for, there were big, inserts of Ultimate Spider-Man in there.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Especially since, we get a very, very young Captain Stacy played by the lovely Dennis Leary.
Yes.
That was my main cue. And as I was researching, they definitely did pull a lot from Ultimate Spider-Man watching it and both learning about some of the trivia. I thought that the viral marketing campaign was great that they did do for it, because you get a video game that was by Beanox that was pretty good. Actually, I remember playing that. And I wish I could have saw it on IMAX, because this is shot on a Red Epic camera, which is great for IMAX. So I do really, or I wish I still had my 3D TV. Remember when those were a thing? Oh, yeah. I think that would look really gorgeous on that. So
yeah, I mean, it does look. I mean, I was watching on Blu-ray today. It does look good. It really good. I love the look of it.
I love, the center photography is the best of a Spider-Man movie.
And I think the suit,
even Homecoming, fight me, nerds.
And the suit looks more believable that a high school kid can make it than like the Toby one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna be like, the one that Toby wears looks like it came from Party City. I said it. Be mad. Stay mad. I don't care.
Which just looked like rubber. I mean, this one actually did look more like spandex.
Yes, exactly.
Although I have to say, it was like a year.
But it's not the spandex that you get at like Party City. It's that it's the theatrical spandex. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like a year early, but just like the darker like lenses remind me of Superior Spider-Man.
Who knows? Maybe got a little inspiration.
Bam, slot.
Yeah. Oh, and just so you guys know, this was the 7th highest grossing film of 2012.
The 7th?
Yeah, good for Sony.
Well, I'm trying to remember, what was the MCU movie out that year?
Was it Avengers?
Not the. I don't think the first one. I think it was that was after the first. I don't know. Look this up. But what did you think of that?
Yeah, it was the Avengers.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Avengers was number 1. Skyfall, The Dark Knight Rises, The Hobbit was number 4. Ice Age, Twilight, Breaking Dawn Part 2, and then underneath Amazing Spider-Man was Madagascar 3, Hunger Games, and Men in Black 3. Ooh, good for Sony in the top 10 twice. Oh, 3 times. Good on you for 2012, Sony.
That's right. I forgot The Dark Knight Rises came out. The movie I'm in. Not that you can see me, but me and Daniel were there in the stadium.
Oh, that's cute.
Even though everyone's wearing winter coats, people, it was the middle of summer.
Hey, man, you got to suffer for acting.
Amen.
Which is why I was always wanting to be on the production side of things. Never want to be the talent. I'm just saying.
Oh, you're so full of it.
I want to be a serious actor. Oh, and another thing that I found was really funny that they picked Webb is because he directed 500 Days of Summer, which was his directorial debut like the year before, I want to say. And so it's like that's like a very niche indie kind of thing. And I was just like really surprised because he also did a little bit of Harry Potter too. So it's just kind of like, okay.
They wanted that teen feel, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're exactly right. Like I said, I definitely think that's what they were shooting for. And I love the Martin Sheen and Sally Field casting. Like, don't get me wrong. I love me some Marissa Tomei. Honestly, I do, but like not as Aunt May. Not as Aunt May, bro. Like that pisses me off beyond belief. Like Sally Field, yes, age appropriate, loving it. Martin Sheen, give it to me. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, Martin Sheen can get it.
Wow, 2 drops.
So yeah, no, I thought that the cast was really good though. You got Reese Ifans, and who else was in this? It was really good. No, but all the adults are really cool, and I do love Emma Stone. So I thought she did a great job, but I just didn't think she really fit as Gwen Stacy. Like I just did not think she was a good Gwen Stacy.
That's funny. I bought her more than I bought Bryce Dallas Howard.
Well, that's because everybody was super old in those Sam Raimi films.
Oh yeah.
It was like when you look back, it's like, are you sure this isn't a parody of Spider-Man? Everybody is super freaking old.
Important parody.
I mean, basically, with those cold, hard, wet nipples. Where's my drop?
Damn, now she's calling it out.
Cold, wet, hard nipples. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of brawless action going on in that trilogy. That's all that I'm saying. So anyway, yeah. I like the way that the movie opened, though. I do I do like the parent reference thing. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely loved who they got to play Flash Thompson.
Who was that? He looked familiar.
Chris Zyklna.
Who?
Chris Zyklna. Well, I know he was in Everybody Hates Chris, and he was in Hannah Montana. He's been in 10 Things I Hate, but he was in like a whole bunch of stuff that I've seen. I don't know that you would have seen.
I swear he looked familiar, but I just can't place where.
Let's see. What would you have seen him in?
Come on, Flash, take the ball off me. Come on.
He was in The Leftovers, but I don't know if you ever watched that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's been anything you've ever seen, like, seriously. It's all like by like college years.
Probably young people.
Oh, he was in Piranha 3D, if you ever watched that. And he was also one of TV's Sexiest Men in 2011. And he was engaged, or he still is engaged to Paris Hilton. Oh no, they broke up. Yeah, they just broke up like at the end of last year.
It's huge.
Yeah. So that you might have seen him on a news magazine at a grocery store.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, I really actually liked him as Flash Thompson, even though I still love my baby Joe Manganiello. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I really dug the cast a lot. And I thought, like I said, I really loved the look and feel, but the story is just something about the story that really held me back. I mean, as much as I love web slingers, I actually, like, for movie telling purposes, I feel like organic web shooters are better for some reason.
Yeah, but again, I always like the web shooters because it like shows.
It makes him his smarts and stuff like that. But I like to think that secretly he's more spider than man.
Yeah.
So that's probably why one of my little headcanons.
I just love it. Took him a little bit to get used to his super strength and the spider sense.
Yeah. And I really did like this interpretation of Kirk Connors.
Oh, so. Yeah. It's like, you don't know if he's sinister. You don't know.
Yeah, and I like the kind of like connection with the briefcase that Peter finds. And so he goes on this little quest.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch Amazing Spider-Man 2 yet?
No.
There's a little more with the father in there.
Oh, okay.
You could tell they were going to take it more, but they like.
Yeah. I was like, unanswered questions, and I did love the mid-credit scene too. Not to skip ahead, where he's in the prison cell and then he's talking to that dude in the shadows, and he's like, do you know the truth about Peter's father? And he's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was like, okay, so good. They're not going to leave that hanging too much.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like, I don't know if I like the look of the lizard.
It's difficult CGI. I think that's what I did see the villain concepts in like a couple of the clips for part 2, and I think that is what this movie struggled with, was with the villain design and CGI execution. Like, I can forgive not having like the big snap, the big snapping jaws or whatever, but I swear you'd see white around his eyes. You need to be 9 feet tall either. What? He was like, the lizard was portrayed as like 9 feet tall. Mm-hmm. And I think that if they would have just kept it to 6, like just a dude that turns into a lizard, you don't have to like overdo it. Yeah, no. And it could have been more practical that way too. Mm-hmm. And I love that they're interning at Oscorp.
Getting it in the universe, yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone dies, even Norman Osborn.
And I do really love the refreshing take of doing Gwen Stacy instead of a Mary Jane, because Mary Jane really shouldn't be shoehorned in at the beginning of his journey. And I think a lot of people just want that MJ recognition. Mm-hmm. Like a name recognition thing instead of like doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, if they would have went long enough, they could have done it, like they did in the car. They could have killed Gwen off and then had Mary Jane eventually.
Unfortunately, Amazing Spider-Man suffered from what Spider-Man 3 suffered from. Too many villains.
Well, number 2, yeah.
Plot. That much I do know. Yeah. So, I mean, no, though. This is an okay movie. I don't mind it.
Again, no, it wasn't, but it was just, again, we had another hour origin. When it's like, we've already had this in the last 10 years.
But they also wanted you to really get to know Andrew Garfield, I guess, as Peter Parker might have been a reason. Like this, like I said, it is a reboot, so you kind of have to. I mean, we spent a lot of crappy, goofy time with Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker too.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, it was like 50 some minutes before he got in the suit. Then it was like, I think it was like almost an hour 15 before we actually saw the lizard.
Well,
when he's chucking cars off the bridge or whatever.
Yeah. I really like the Stan Lee cameo too.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. The headphones on.
That's totally me when I'm DJing. I don't care what's going on behind me.
You don't see no lizard behind her.
Yeah.
Freaking Florida, probably a real lizard behind you.
Yeah, probably a gator, and I'll get snapped up. What else? Oh, there's a ton of great trivia. I like that. Andrew Garfield requested that the song "Pure Imagination" from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory be played while he's in that web harvesting room with the spiders.
Wow,
that was his addition. I was like, I thought that was so cute.
Spider harvesting.
I could see Willy Wonka totally doing the chocolate covered spider legs. Just saying. What else? What are some other of my favorites? Oh, so yeah, I like also that all the action scenes were performed on rigs than the CGI, which makes it. I like wire work and stuff like that. I love like the old Jackie Chan films and stuff like that. So that really stuck out to me.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of good. Like even the CGI, like the web swinging was good, and
yeah, wires also help with the acrobatics, which is kind of necessary for a Spider-Man movie with the way that he moves to keep it very fluid. And I love that they kept it on the Universal lot because that's where all the Spider-Man films up to this point have been shot. Even though some portions were burned down back in like June 1st of 2008. Yeah.
Oh, but what did you think of like the revised Uncle Ben death?
Honestly, I like the Raimi version better. Shoot me.
Well, that's closer to the comics though, too.
Yeah. Like I said, they were taking a lot of inspiration from the Ultimates and they wanted to do some of their own stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. Can you believe Taylor Lautner, aka Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, was in a contention to be freaking Spider-Man?
What?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, only because of Mark Webb, like I said. That's who was in 500 Days of Summer. I was just like, no, we're going to keep Robin from Dark Knight Rises away from this movie. Robert Pattinson. I was just like, keep that Twilight mess to yourself. Daniel Radcliffe, Michael Cera. Like, okay, so if it came down to Andrew Garfield and Michael Cera, I'm glad we went with Andrew Garfield. I'm just going to say. Michael Cera, like, you can have Scott Pilgrim, okay? Like, that's cool. That's your role. Stay in your lane. But Zac Efron would have been nice to look at, but terrible. I'm just gonna be so real with you.
Come on, if it wasn't Andrew Garfield, who would it have been, Lil?
Honestly, Anton Yelton. I was really rooting for him. They kind of look similar, and he was a wonderful actor. You know, from the new Star Trek movies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really loved his work. So I was like, yeah, that I could have saw that one too.
I don't know. I like the Andrew Garfield.
I don't know. It's just something about his face. It seems like he doesn't like Mondays and loves lasagna.
Well, again, he was the outsider. He was, he was put upon.
I'm just teasing because his last name's Garfield.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, Kelly.
Exactly. I'm trying here. I'm trying to catch up with the pun masters over here. So they say that the film heavily borrows all the story elements from the first 7 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, that's nice. That's
Except
fun.
I think those started with the Green Goblin, though. So.
Yeah, exactly.
The giant. Well, again, he looked like a giant lizard or dragon thing, anyway. So. He looked more like the Goblin from Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Yeah. In Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah.
Oh, also, I think my favorite little Easter egg that I caught is in Peter's bedroom. There's a photo of Donald Glover when this movie was first announced, you remember? Glover was like jokingly, "Hey, I want to be Spider-Man," and then he got to be Prowler. I thought that was a really cool.
Couldn't even let him be Miles Morales and Into the Spider-Verse.
He's too old.
It was all voice acting.
Too old. He got to get me a season 3 of Atlanta and another album. He's too busy to be doing Spider-Man, okay?
He doesn't sound as old as that rapper. What's his name?
Oh God. Oh, did you get the deleted scenes?
The
one where his son is playing with a dude named Miles Elliott. He's playing with his son Billy. That one that needed to stay deleted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it was supposed to be a proto goblin, which is why we were at Oscorp actually.
Mm-hmm.
And also Big Wheel. I'm glad they were cut.
Big Wheel. Oh my lord.
Yeah, right? I was just like, wow, somebody had to dig deep, son.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
I was gonna say, who's next? Rocket Racer? Oh wait, that was last.
Well, I was like, we already got that.
We do get a goblin next time, but it's Harry.
Yeah. And can you believe they almost cast Michael Fassbender as Doc Connors? I can't see Michael Fassbender as Kurt Connors. No freaking way. I can barely see him as young Magneto. I'm just saying.
Michael Fassbender is giant.
And I'm so bummed that they didn't actually have time for J. Jonah Jameson because I heard Sam Elliott, who I love, that was up for the role. And they decided that they didn't have room for it. So I was just like, oh.
Yeah, I don't think we got Jameson in either of these movies.
No, I don't think so either. Oh, and then remember Michael Papajohn, the carjacker from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man? He appears as Dr. Wraith's driver. Alfred. Oh. Yeah, that's him.
Cool.
So, yeah. Anyway, let's get more into the plot of this movie, I guess. I just really didn't like any of the school stuff. It was depressing.
Well, basically, it was people getting like thrown in the lockers or contentious basketball games.
I'm just like, wait a minute. You go to a science magnet school. Why do you even have sports teams? Like, that's not a thing on the East Coast. If you go to a magnet school, you don't, for the most part, I don't think, have sports
Was
teams.
it a magnet school in this version?
Yeah, it said Midtown Science.
Okay, but what the hell's Flash Thompson doing there?
Exactly. I was so confused.
At least this version of Flash Thompson's like, what the hell is he doing there?
Oh my god, yeah. Homecoming was a total nerd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On this podcast.
Okay, nerd.
Hey, nerd and proud.
But yeah, I'm like, I mean, the version of Flash we got here, yeah, how was he at that school?
Yeah, I can't nitpick it too much. You gotta have Flash if you're doing high school. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's why I'm just like, why is just Midtown High?
Exactly.
Which I believe even in the comics, like I think years later, Peter was like, boy, it's weird they called it Midtown High when it was like in Queens.
Exactly. They don't even put in the right bridges sometimes. So scroll way down.
Scroll down to episode 1.
Yeah, and I was like, it got really sinister when he's like, "We're just gonna test it at the Veterans Administration Hospital. No worries, under the guise of a flu shot. Good old government conspiracy."
Well, that's how you know the guy's evil, or he works for an evil man. It's like he was either going to inject veterans or like children, something.
How rude! just like, oh wow, that's just what we need.
Yeah.
And then I like how Peter leaves the camera behind because he's like, I'm going to expose the lizard's intentions. Oh, yeah.
I know.
But the camera has his name in it. Who does that?
But then I was like, where is he? Is he going to try to sell these? Because we haven't seen the Bugle or anything. Or
no, you release it on your blog. It is 2012 in this movie, Philip. Get with the times. He was going to become a YouTube sensation. He was going to cash in those views.
I was like, is he going for the yearbook? It's like, hey. Punching a lizard in the face. Wish you were here.
And also, that's how Captain Stacy learned Spider-Man's real identity. I was just like, oh God, Peter, I just want to want to choke you.
In the movie?
Isn't that how he learned his identity?
No, remember he was fighting. He was they took his mask off and he was fighting the cops. He knocked everyone out, but Captain Stacy. Then he turns around and he sees it's Peter.
Why did I think it was the camera?
No, and then unless it was like a deleted scene or they were going to do it that way before. But no, remember because he goes.
Oh yeah.
Because her daughter's headed, is at the Oscorp building, and the Wizard's headed right
by that police boat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then he takes off.
I literally just watched it on my lunch break. Don't judge me.
And then a cop shoots him in the leg.
Yeah, it's like the leg. And it's slowing you down that much. Oh, grow up here, Peter.
You try swinging like 20 blocks with a.
It's a leg. It's not your arm. Just saying. But then, of course, the lizard mortally wounds Captain Stacy because Captain Stacy always got to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peter's like, "I'll keep her safe."
Well, you knew, especially if you read the comics, you knew the minute Captain Stacy learned his identity. You're like, hey, he's dead.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say Peter. He was like, Peter. He's like, stay away from Gwen.
Oh, and I love afterwards, when Peter's teacher told him to not make promises he can't keep, and then he whispers forward to Gwen, but those are the best kind.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, whoa.
Hey, look at this, babe. I'm gonna dance on your father's grave.
Basically,
we're gonna do it on your father's grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I saw that.
A little bit of a rebellious streak. He kind of has an issue with authority.
So I remember the first time we saw that in the theaters, and then he said that I was just like, "Ooh, did you just promise give the guy's last wishes?" Yeah.
Oh, but I love how that mid credit scene ends with a flash of lightning, and I'm like, wait, Eobard Thawne, is that you? It made me feel like season 1 of The Flash. So serious. Yeah.
But yeah, I love Kurt Connors. It was like, is he British? Is he evil? Is he
evil and British? Yeah.
I love Peter sneaking into the Oscorp building with that he picks up that kid's ID.
Yeah.
The obviously Hispanic name. Gracias.
I can't believe they made Norman Osborn terminally ill, though. I was just like, for terminally ill from amnesia, or
well, you see, you get his death scene in the second movie. So
okay.
That's
spoilers.
when Harry and spoilers. We'll get there, but Harry inherits everything, and guess what? He used to know Peter Parker.
I do love how he is chased by a gang and falls inside that abandoned gym, and the luchador wrestling poster is what inspires him to create the mask. I thought that was pretty neat.
And the guy yelling, "I know I've seen your face."
Yeah. And I love how they do the whole, Spider-Man is a folktale, kind of like in the shadows, hero first, and then finally after, Captain Stacy dies, he decides he wants to be the real hero, do the real hero thing and embrace it.
But I remember that scene with the card, with the guy breaking into the car and he's sitting in the back seat. I remember that from commercials, and I think there's even a behind the scenes thing where they were playing that scene.
Yeah.
Small knives, my weakness.
Yeah, that felt like more would fit in a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, just saying.
I don't know. I don't think Tobey could have. Tobey would have been like, "Ooh, a knife. I'm not scared of that."
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, I think Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was and Spider-Man was like a little more sarcastic.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire's was just more like, "Oh, that's a nice outfit. Did your husband make that for you?"
Why, yes, he did, a-hole.
I know. I know. When you think about that, it would have been like, "Yeah, what do you care?"
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was definitely.
And then dinner at the Stacy house. What was that fish?
I have no idea.
I'd be like, who the hell serves me fish with the head still attached?
Well, in fancy restaurants, they do that, to be fair.
I know.
I don't know. I'm like, no, I don't want to look at it. I don't want my dinner looking at me, period.
No. That's like we had this conversation in the beginning of the week. It's like you go to Red Lobster. I don't need to see the lobsters. I don't need to see something, alive that
I don't want to pick it out. Surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have a conversation and stare it in the face before I eat it.
Yeah, I'm not good with that either. It's kind of sometimes why I just have to give up meat for a while. It's just like, ugh.
There's my drop.
God. And then, when I'm back on the meat, I need some muscle and I need some meat. Yes.
There
we got drops for all occasions around here.
When I'm back on the meat. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna hurt you so bad. We really need to get back to Wayne's World, as you can tell.
Not quite soft and not quite hard.
That's how I describe this movie. Not quite. I don't know. It's about a B+ for
me. It's a semi.
So yeah. Like I said, I really love the cinematography. I love the score, which I believe is the last score that the great late James Horner did.
Oh.
So I love the scoring. I love the cinematography. There's just something about this story, the way that they kind of mishmash things kind of irked me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The acting was definitely an upgrade.
What was an upgrade?
The acting.
Yeah.
The believability of the characters' ages.
Yeah, that was probably like the big... they always heard through that whole Toby trilogy is like, man, he looks like he's like 40, man, because he is.
Who's that senior citizen beating up on Flash Thompson?
Is it Ant-Man? No, it's Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. What would you give this movie?
I liked it. I'd probably give it a solid B.
Okay. We're in the same ballpark here.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, for it to not be an MCU movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly... I'm like, I don't know. It's just something about Homecoming that just kept it from being top notch for me. I don't know. I like this better than Homecoming.
Yeah. I mean, are they seniors in this movie? Because I know next movie, I think it's them graduating.
Yeah. That's what they made it like.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's because Homecoming, because he is young, because isn't he like a sophomore? Or he's either a freshman or sophomore in Homecoming.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Yeah. Because that girl was a senior, but she still took him to the big dance or whatever, right? Or was she a junior? Yeah, whatever it was. Not quite. So yeah.
What was that? I swear there was something else I'm gonna bring up about this movie. Yeah, there was a B. It was good. Again, the lizard was so villain, but I know they want to try something different, and
it could have been worse.
It could have been the big wheel.
Yeah. Be lucky. Be grateful.
Be grateful. Trying to think. I swear I was going to say something else about the high school. Oh, but I love no, I bought like the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and didn't they like date during?
They used to date for a long time. Yeah.
So I guess it was genuine.
When you spend so many long hours on a set and with nobody else around, because I think they did shoot some of this in Vancouver too, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check that, but yeah, you're on set and there's nobody else around, so what else you gonna do? Hey-o.
And I guess all right.
Two attractive people together for long hours. Yes, it's gonna.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, all right, warning phrasing, but it's just like must be hard when you're just like, okay, you make out again. We didn't get that the first time. Make out. Two attractive people. It's like, okay, make out again.
Well, you know, some people can be a-holes and eat garlic right before they do it, or onions.
Oh,
I've seen
really?
it. I won't say what set I was on when somebody was doing that to one of their co-stars. I will not say, but it does happen.
You really want to be an a-hole? Just be like, here, I ate an onion, but that's because I don't want you to fall for me.
Yeah. Movie sets are weird, bro.
Sounds like it.
Anyway, let's get some shameless plugs and self-promotion going, because that's my favorite part.
All right, because she's too sober for this. Anyway.
Damn straight.
So next month starts Electro Month. I know Lilith's all excited. I will pull up the list here real quick and tell you the issues we're covering, so you can write in and share your thoughts on all these issues. capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com/Ultimate Spidercast, @ULT Spidercast, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. We're on CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And coming up next month for Electro Month, we start with Spectacular Spider-Man 157, and just like with the Sandman one, you'll get a bonus villain in that issue.
Just like the movie.
That's right. Oh, too many. And the our second episode will be Spider-Man 38, 39, and 40, followed up by the third episode, Amazing Spider-Man 425, and then of course we finish off the month with Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie.
Almost there, and then we'll be doing Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah. Oh well, May will be May's Amazing Spider-Man 2. June will be Homecoming, and then we caught up to the present with Amazing Spider-Man.
We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it live.
We'll do it, man. We'll have some of our friends too.
I'm sure Charlie will show up.
It sounds like something Charlie Esser would review.
Ooh.
There's a drop. Anyway, and Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about the weird things that happen on set?
If you nerds want to find me on the interwebs, you can find me at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter and at Lilith Hellfire 86 over on the gram. If you want to talk Spider-Man, Smallville, the Arrowverse, Deadpool, and or Spider-Man, you can find me at Save Me Pod on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and or Instagram.
Duh. All right. So again, thank you for joining us today and all month for Lizard Month, Lil's favorite month. Join us next time for, like I said, Spectacular Spider-Man 157, start of Electro Month. It's electrifying.
Oh, Lord.
Until then, swing on back next time.
Flip.